what has happened to the year of retro? So what is the year of retro? So towards the end of last year and the beginning of this year, you had people in the community from Final Round Games, Rochester CCG, Guile from UVS was talking about 2025 being the year of retro. He said it to Make Worlds. They've all talked about it in Discord, and we've even had the Rochester Retro Council doing its suspension lists and talking about the year retro. But where is it? We're 6 months into the year. We are halfway through 2025. We are 4 months into the competitive season of Universus. I haven't seen any retro events. Have you guys seen any retro events? We've seen one. We had one retro event at UK Games Expo that was not very well advertised. I'm going to keep saying this, you guys. I know that there's a lot of factors that I either haven't addressed or don't know. Where are the retro events? They talk about the year retro. We had the Cowboy Bebop stuff go up on the Redemption store. We've had posts from Rochester talking about Mega Man tins and boxes that are coming in. I haven't seen retro events. I've seen Tam do monthly community webcam events for sure. I don't know. I was the way that retro was being talked about, the way it was being hyped, the way that Rochester Final Round Guile were talking about it. I was expecting standalone retro events. I was expecting more. For those of you who are watching who are new to Universus, what is retro? Retro is anything from Red Horizon 1 up until standard. So this is a chance for you to play your rotated cards as well as a lot of older cards. It has its own ban list. It has aspects of its own rules unless you're playing Rochester Retro, which is more in line with standard. But it has a much bigger card base. It has a much bigger utility of abilities, as well as abilities that you can only find in retro at the minute, with reversal, multiple, and gauge, as well as a few of them I'm probably forgetting. And it is a very fun format. You get to play your Mortal Kombat cards, older Street Fighter cards, you get to play older Yu Hakusho cards, you get to play Darkstalkers and Mega Man. And it is a format I do love playing. You can just turn up with your standard decks and have some fun in there. And it's something that a lot of players sort of gel towards, especially the older players. And once newer players start playing it, they can kind of get into it. And we see it in side events, and we see it in side events of regionals and other things like that. But when I see the year of retro, when I see this big thing being pushed called the year of retro, and then we have no events, it makes me just think, what is the year of retro then? Where are the Rochester? Where's the final round? Where's the Let's Talk UVS events? Where's the events? Because this year of retro thing seems to be linked to the US. We don't really say it, apart from myself, in the UK. We play retro at regionals, but we don't like hype it up. And I'm just starting to think maybe it's just a sales tactic. If these vendors at regionals, if the vendors that are constantly at events towards the end of the year going, oh, next year's going to be the year retro, we're going to have the events are coming, we've got all this cool stuff coming, we've got all this, and it's like, is it just a sales tactic? Is it just, I'm physically getting tilted. Is it just something that is said to sell products? Is it something that, because the product's old and because it doesn't have any bearing in standard outside of if we miraculously get reprints, it's unlikely to move? That at Worlds, at regionals, where we got the big events, that the vendors can just go, oh yeah, year retro 2025, 2024, 2026, these are the year of retro, so get your product now because it's going to be hard to come by? Or is it more that the year of retro is referring to the IPs of the year? Year retro 2025, we've had, in 2024 we had Cowboy come back, we had Yu Hakusho come back, those are both retro IPs. This year we've got Street Fighter that's made a return, we've had the return of fighting games with Street Fighter, with Guilty Gear, So is the Year of Retro an event thing? Is the Year of Retro a sales thing? Is the Year of Retro an IP thing? All we see is like, oh yeah, this year's the Year of Retro, or next year's the Year of Retro, and there's never any context for it. It's never really explained what it is, and we don't see events for it. We don't see Rochester going, oh, come down to Rochester in August. We're going to be hosting a community retro regional. We know, I've mentioned we've got TAMS events, but you know, I would like to see some follow through. I would like to see some follow through from these people that talk about the Year of Retro, and then there's no events, there's no promos, there's nothing special about it. Because if you call last year the Year Retro, when we had retro reprints, we had Yu Hakusho come back in, when we had the retro reprints in region as part of our regionals and nationals prizing and prize wall. Yeah, no, that is a good year. But 2025, we've had a Street Fighter IP that has reversals that aren't reversals, because you can attacks that can attack your opponent's turn. We've had the return of some of the characters that we've been able to play in the past, and we've had a return to fighting games, but that's pretty much it. Like I said, we are a third of the year through the organized play year. We're halfway through the year. So, yeah. It's just for me kind of thinking to myself, what is the Year of Retro? Where are the community events? Where is the, like, backup from the people that were talking about the Year of Retro? Let me know in the comments below. What is the Year of Retro to you? Have you heard about the Year of Retro? Is it something that is quite popular? Am I just spending far too much time on Discord or chatting to vendors when I am actually in US events that I've kind of been skewed? And what would the Year of Retro be to you? If the Year of Retro was coming, if we had a thing where UVS officially announced, oh yes, the Year of Retro is 2026, the 20th anniversary. It is the official Year of Retro. What is that to you? What is your Year of Retro? Is it products? Is it events? Is it promos? Is it playmats? Is it deck boxes, life counters, dice? Is it a video series or articles from UVS looking back at the history of UVS and Universus? Let me know, what is the Year of Retro to you, and what would it entail? I'm going to head off. I'll catch you all next time, and I will see you at game night. Bye.